pine cone may look just like snow, but he can't hear the ho ho ho. And Santa Cat, he still believes we'll vlog every day till Christmas Eve.
Hey guys, and welcome to a good quality Vlogmas glitter gossip. I actually decided to just pull out my good camera. Typically this is reserved for main channel videos because it's more complicated to use, but I was really getting annoyed with filming on my MacBook and having my audio in my mouth not sync and having to do it manually, and then it wasn't perfect and it was just annoying me. So cheers to that. I have my coffee, of course. And I'm actually going to film a couple videos right now. So you might see a couple videos in the same outfit. This is the first one, but actually the one that I film next will be the first one you see, which is a running video. So yeah, I'm filming them out of order, which is gonna make it more complicated for me to keep things straight of what I've said in the videos and what you guys have already seen. I actually have the house all to myself right now, and that is not easy to do. My entire family have been shipped off to a different city a couple hours away to see a show and dinner. They are all off doing that, and I decided to stay because I wanted to film some videos, and it has been really difficult for me to film videos this year. I don't know why. I think it's because last year, so I did Vlogmas last year, my family had been together a lot by the time Christmas had come. We had spent October here together, November here together for Thanksgiving, and then Christmas. So by the time Christmas came, it was like, it wasn't that I had gotten my fill of my family. It was more just like I didn't mind scurrying off to my room and spending a couple hours doing videos on my own. I just felt like there was like plenty of time to spend with everyone and do everything that I wanted to do. Blair didn't come for Thanksgiving, so the whole family wasn't together, and then we didn't come in October. I actually haven't been here since last Christmas. I was here for like a day in March. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. Like, you guys are probably watching and going, oh, what is she going on about? Like, honestly, what? I did want to talk about this because this has been commented on every video that I wear red lips in. I get comments asking what I'm wearing, and it's always this. This is my go-to combination. Put my coffee down so I can show yous. Don't spill coffee. Don't spill. That would be bad. It's this combination from Chanel. It is my favorite, and every Vlogmas video that I've had a red lip, it's been this. It is Rosewood liner. Got a text message. With caricature lipstick, number 45 lipstick, and the liner is number 14. I love this combination, and this is what I've been wearing. So if you guys have been wondering, because I've been getting a lot of comments, that is what it's been. Oh my gosh, my mom. Okay, so you know how there's two different types of white Christmas lights? There's warm and cool. Warm is yellow toned, cool is blue toned. Anyway, my mom goes to the store to get Christmas lights for our tree, and she comes back with like 5 gigantic rolls of cool lights, and we have all warm in our house. Like, every white light we have is warm. I didn't really say anything because I was like, well, I'm sure she knows what she's doing. She buys the lights every year. It's not like this is the first year we've sent her out to buy Christmas lights. And we started putting them on the tree, and they're like really blue. So I finally said something because it was clashing with all of our other decorations that are yellow lights, like warm lights. And I was like, Mom, why did you get cool lights? And she goes, because I thought they'd be heat resistant. She like really thought that was what cool lights were. Oh, my mom. So we have a blue Christmas tree basically with a bright yellow, gold, white light, warm light topper. Was that English? Goodness gracious. I'm actually gonna tweet right now and ask for questions and do like a little live question and answer. So I'm gonna say filming, I cannot spell, filming a Vlogmas Twitter talk right this moment. Send in questions for me. Hashtag Vlogmas with Elle. I sent it. I'm just going to answer as they come through. So if you're watching this and you were like on Twitter when I sent that tweet, you are the ultimate cool person. Okay, @JLooks said, when you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up? So I actually have a very vivid memory of telling my dad that I wanted to be a professional scuba diver when I grew up. And I wanted to be that. And I wanted to be a mermaid at the same time. A scuba diving mermaid. @AliBonus19 says, what is your favorite show at the moment? I think my favorite show would be The Vampire Diaries, which you guys know I have loved forever. That's like my all-time favorite show, but I just watched the mid-season finale and it was really, really good. So if you guys have already seen it, The person that like kind of died at the end, maybe, I wasn't happy about that because I think she's the best character on the show. But I was really excited at who she hooked up with in the previous episode, so there was that. So she can't die because she needs to be with him. So I really liked that, actually. I know all of you Stelena people are probably like screaming right now, but you know what? I'm just saying, I think they're more similar than you would think. Because he has that like Ripper side and then like the good side and the hero side, and she, I don't really know about her. She's kind of a basket case, but whatever. At Heather1024 said, if Pinecone could talk, what do you think he would sound like? I actually have a voice in my head. I feel like he has a really high-pitched, hyper, like little boy voice. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited! That's just how I picture his voice. Like when I speak in his voice, which I do all the time, that's Pinecone's voice in my head. Oh, someone said, I'm from your hometown and so many people from school want to meet you. Meet and greet soon. That's kind of fun. I wonder if like I could go to my old high school or something. I mean, I don't know what I would do there. I'll give a speech. No, just kidding. I would not be a good speech giver. Even though actually I was a public speaking / debate / pre-law major in college. So actually I'm quite good at public speaking, even though it sounds quite scary. At Bruno Sheeran says, on a scale from 1 to Santa, how excited are you for Christmas? Actually, I'm gonna sound like such a Grinch right now, but I don't feel like it's Christmas yet, and Christmas is really close, and I just don't feel like it's close. I just don't. I don't know. My phone's buzzing. Oh, I wanted to talk about, I'm going to take a quick break from questions. Sorry, Twitter. Oh, goodness gracious, 176 tweets. I wanted to talk about Christmas movies on Netflix because I've watched 3 in the last, like, this whole month. I watched Christmas Cupid, which was quite cute, although I don't think the acting was very good. And honestly, the cast of characters was the strangest group of characters, but I thought the movie was really cute. I watched 12 Dates of Christmas. I think I actually watched that before Thanksgiving when I was knitting. Yeah, which I still am, by the way, with my rose gold knitting needles. But that movie I liked a lot. That was cute. And then I watched Desperately Seeking Santa and I couldn't get through it. That was not fun. And a bunch of people were recommending A Christmas Kiss, but I couldn't find it on Netflix. But if you guys have any like Christmassy Netflix instant watch movies you can recommend that maybe are like not as obvious, like I feel like those 3 are all not as obvious ones, let me know because I will watch it. At Fiona123X says, do you miss living with Blair? I miss living with Blair sometimes. Most of the time I'm quite happy living on my own, and I know she is too. Like, we lived together in LA for 3 years and like our whole lives other than when I went to college. And we actually made pretty good roommates. I think because we were sisters, it was different than like other roommates I've had. I think things like delegating chores and stuff was harder because we were sisters. When I lived in a house with 4 girls, that was just the rule. Like, you had your chore and you were gonna do it, because if you didn't, you were gonna have the wrath of your 3 best friends on you. Like, you just did it because it was, you know, the responsible thing to do. But it's different when you're with your sister. Totally both neat freaks and a little bit organizationally obsessed. And so it was a bit weird sometimes in the shared spaces, but I'm really glad we live in the same building because I do miss her a lot. And I'm like so happy that she's home right now because we have just been hanging out and bonding and hanging out. All right, what is your height, Elle? From @Francisa. I'm 5'8". At Rida304 says, do you miss Blair because she moved out? How often do you go to her place? Everyone's all concerned over me and Blair, which is cute. Yeah, I do miss her sometimes, and I do go to her place probably like not every day, but every other day for sure. Either she's at my place or I'm at hers. We'll go and we'll bring a cup of coffee and we'll just hang out. We'll go in our pajamas, and sometimes we'll like see people because we'll pass people on our way, like from my condo to hers. And I'll go like barefoot, like in my robe, and so will she, and people just like, it's funny. Everyone knows that Blair and I are sisters in that building. There's not very many people that live in the building, so it's kind of like close-knit. People just ignore us. Oh, that's just Blair and her hair rollers going down to Elle's apartment. It's fine, they're sisters. At Sarah J. Watt says, thoughts on settling down and starting a family. I would love to settle down and start a family. When the time is right, it will happen. And when the time is right and it happens, you guys will know about it. Because I don't think I can like get married and have a family on the side in private. I mean, I do tend to keep relationships private. I've gotten quite good at that, but I don't think I could like plan a wedding or anything without you guys knowing. At Everything ACC says, just assuming you never found YouTube, what do you think you'd be doing instead? I probably would have just taken my bar. One of my roommates in college was also pre-law with me, and she went on to law school as planned, and she just took her bar and passed. She got her like notification that she passed in November, so she just got her first job and she's very excited. She lives out in LA with me, so I love it because I wish like all of my housemates lived there. And actually one of my housemates, who was the girl I lived with for 3 years, I lived with her the longest, she was in my sorority. She lives in Chicago, but she just told me she's gonna start looking for jobs in LA. So if she came down there, it would be like our house all over again, which would be so much fun. It's actually quite weird to me that I am not in a career that's academic based, because I was such a good student. Like it was my life, you know, in college. Like I was in a sorority and stuff. I was social, but I was also a really, really good student. I was very focused on my career and my grades. I am competitive when it comes down to that stuff. So the fact that I'm literally in a career where I'm sitting in my bedroom like in a ponytail drinking coffee and like on Twitter answering questions, it's bizarre to me sometimes. But you know, I feel like it was one of those things, like my passion came and like slapped me in the face. Like I was just off on this path doing my own thing, and all of a sudden like YouTube came and just like took over my life in a good way. I love it, but I honestly feel like it was meant to be in some weird way, because it was just really weird timing and a weird coincidence that it started. At SweetD402 says, tips, tricks for traveling with a cat. I'm taking mine on the plane for the first time on Christmas Eve and I'm nervous. So Pinecone has never needed any sort of, what's it called when you like give him medicine to calm him down? Not a sediment, that's like a piece of dirt on the ocean floor. Something like that. Anyway, Pinecone's never needed anything like that. The most important thing for him was getting him a bag he liked. And honestly, I spent way too much money on my cat carrier. It's from Louis Vuitton. It's actually a dog carrier, but he actually likes it. He loves it. He is an angel. He literally just falls asleep. He's the most precious thing, and he doesn't need any medicine. If you're traveling domestically, you don't need a health certificate for a cat. You only need them for dogs. So call your airline to make sure. I always fly Delta, so I don't know if maybe other ones are different, but Delta does not require you to have a vet certificate for a cat if you're traveling domestically. But you do need to call ahead and make sure there's room on the plane, because sometimes they don't let it, like let you take pets. I think there's only 2 in first class and 4 in economy, like allowed animals in those classes. So I've actually not been able to get on a plane before because they messed up. When I called, they said there was room and then there wasn't on the plane, and they had to bump me because I had an animal, and that's not fun. Also, I recommend taking a can of food and a little bag of litter in your carry-on. I know it sounds weird, but I have been trapped overnight in Chicago before with Pinecone, and thank goodness I had that stuff, or else I would have been miserable and he would have been miserable. Last question at VJJ15 says, any advice on when you're not having a couple good days and feeling sad and uninspired? So everyone has sad days, and I actually have a whole Tumblr post on this. I don't really talk about my Tumblr ever in videos, but I do link it below the video, so it's not like you can't find it. Yeah, I mean, even the happiest people have bad days and have days where they're feeling sad and uninspired and borderline depressed. And I think you just have to find something that can like pull you through it, and also realize that it is okay to have sad days. Sometimes I have to tell myself, like if I'm just having an off day, sometimes I have to actually tell myself it is okay to have an off day. Like, you are allowed to have days where you want to just lay in bed and watch movies and cry. Not if it's every day, then that might be like a problem that you might actually have a like medical depression that you need to go get checked out. But everyone has days where they're feeling blah and uninspired. And so for me, I was actually going through a little bit of a blah and uninspired phase when I started running. That was kind of something that I threw myself into as something to do to help me work through things that were going on emotionally at the time. So, and I just stuck with it, which is great. And I'm in, you know, I worked through all that stuff, so I'm not going through it anymore, but I was at the time, and running really helped me. So that is going to be everything. I have so many more questions. I swear I got like 400 questions just now. I might do another one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Our finest gifts we bring yeah, when the drum